we can check on our account right from our house. Working with Belize Bank is the best.
In May, make Benny's your one-stop shop for appliances. We have Sankey refrigerators, stoves, microwaves, washers and dryers, freezers, smart TVs, and so much more for up to 19% off. Get amazing deals for mom and appliances all May long, and don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase to be a part of our Homecation raffle to win $10,000 in December. Benny's, quality and savings.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price but stay for the service.
Hey Mike, do you have Atlantic Insurance phone number?
What? You don't need that, they have an app? No.
Sure.
With the Atlantic Insurance mobile app, you can request a quote, access your policy information, receive timely notifications of when a policy is about to expire, file a claim and upload pictures, and even view all our office locations, obtain direction, opening hours, and place a call to any of our offices.
That game changer. Correct.
Download the free AIC mobile app today and get instant access to everything you need. Available in the Apple Store and Google Play. For customer support, please call 613-8518 or email mobile support at aicbelize.com. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Aiwa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Aiwa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Aiwa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Aiwa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Aiwa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México, ahora puedan ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal.
Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno.
Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
My name is Leomar Langzert and I'm a teacher and I bank with Belize Bank Independence Branch. What I enjoy is the safety features that the app offers. I have a sense of not having to worry or be concerned about somebody finding my password and username to sign in the application because of the use of the one-time password. And another feature that I love, that I use the most, is how the app synchronizes with my fingerprint on my device. I enjoy the rapid and easy, seamless process to apply for loans through the Belize Bank, and I don't have to be having too much back and forth to visit or take time to visit the bank. They also start to offer the online applications through the app for loan applications, which I believe is very neat. I would definitely recommend Belize Bank to other teachers because one of all the features and advantages that the app offer. With these online that Belize Bank offered is basically everything that you can do in the palm of your hand. So I would definitely recommend the bank to other teachers.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México ahora puedan ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal.
Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno.
Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
Welcome back. For our first segment this morning, we have been joined by Dwayne Usher. He is a dentist over at Innova Dental Care. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for joining us at our OEA Escape.
Yes, and we're discussing this morning oral health and hygiene. Where do you want us to begin from?
Well, first of all, we can talk about what is oral health. All right. Basically, oral health is the health of what we call your oral cavity and your orofacial system. Now, your oral cavity is everything basically inside your mouth, right? From your lips to your uvula, your throat area, the roof of your mouth, which we call the palate, the floor of your mouth, your tongue, your teeth, your gums, the buccal mucosa, as we call it, basically the inner lining of your lips and cheeks and everything, right? That's your oral cavity, everything in there. Your orofacial system is basically the muscular system around your mouth, which is responsible to help you smile and chew and different things like that, right? So when we talk about oral health, we're referring to the health of this entire area that I just mentioned, right?
Excellent opening description there.
Absolutely.
Right? So, in terms of perhaps being able to take care of one's teeth, tongue, and the general area that you just described, what should an individual do more than perhaps simply just brushing one's teeth with the regular toothpaste?
Okay, sure. To take care of your oral health means that you should have good oral hygiene, right? And good oral hygiene, we can practically break that down into three main things. Proper brushing technique, like Mr. Isani mentioned, regular flossing, and also visits to your dentist regularly, right? For your regular checkups and cleanings and so forth, right? Those three things will help you to maintain a good oral hygiene and, of course, in essence, a good oral health.
But here's the thing, though, Dwayne, and I think I speak for both kids and adults. I don't know, but there's like this universal fear of the dentist. Why do you think that's the case?
Yeah, that's very, very true. There's a stigma surrounded around dentists,
what do you guys
right?
do in those
I know, right? I
rooms?
typically would tell my patients, we're nice people. I mean, at least
you
me.
know
I
why? Because
Uh-huh.
you're made to open your mouth as wide as you possibly can, and then the dentist goes in there with all kinds of instruments. And so the look alone, for some,
Correct.
is a bit
I don't see what you're doing in there.
No, I could break that down into some factors such as trauma, right? Experimental trauma, and also influential trauma. We see a lot of adults, I mean big guys, bigger guys than myself, come in and they're literally like nerves vibrating.
You
right?
want to know how tough someone is? Take them to the dentist.
That's true. That's very, very true. And the thing is, I have a very soft spot for my patients in that regard, because I cannot tell you that you didn't experience that when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Or a teenager, and even an adult, right? Unfortunately, there have been many bad experiences at the dentist, right? And even if you're a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, and you have this bad experience from a child, when you go to a dentist as a 26-year-old, you will still have that in the back of your mind.
The memory
so
stays with you.
You walk in through that door apprehensively already, right? So who am I to tell you that, oh no, you didn't have a bad experience in the past, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. And then there's the influential trauma, as I like to call it, whereby with kids, again, at the very innocent age, you know, they soak in everything, they're affected easily. Some parents, some siblings, some friends, some cousins might say, oh, they were curled at the dentist to take your teeth. Oh, if you don't stop your trouble, they will make the dentist inject your mouth.
But that's how we get results, Dwayne. That's how they be good.
Maybe
I'm
not so much, right? But these things end up affecting the children. So that's why at times we see children that come and it's their literally first time at the dentist, but they are fearful and already traumatized by this influence that has been imposed on them. So I implore parents, families around these children to not do that. All right?
Change the mindset.
Change the mindset, exactly. Like I always would commend parents that bring their children in without having to. When I say that, they would say, hey, doc, we just want you to check him out, start do cleanings and different things like that, you know, and I applaud that because that is very important. If we start grooming the child from then, you know, have him or her come in and see that, hey, the dentist isn't fearful. You know, they come in, we put on cartoons on our TV. In our clinic, we have some overhead TVs that you can relax and watch TV while we work on you, right? you know, we put on the cartoons, we play with them, we have them get comfortable and feel that, you know what, this isn't a scary environment.
Yeah.
All right?
But I think that's so important that you mentioned. And you spoke of something that I really want to touch on, because you mentioned that we should be making frequent visits to the dentist.
Correct.
I personally believe that we should treat our oral hygiene or our dentist trips just like the yearly trips that you take to the regular doctor.
Correct.
You know, so this is
Correct.
something though that I'm wondering: is that the case? Do people come to just get their regular checkups, or do they come when they have a massive toothache and they know that they can't fix it at home?
Yeah, the latter is more so true. I must say though that what I've seen over the years of practicing at home, I have seen that people are being more, I guess, prudent and proactive, right? There are people that come regularly for their checkups and cleanings and things like that. Now, of course, even if you're okay with the dentist, no one isn't 100% okay with just always coming and opening their mouth and having someone in there, like you said, right, to sign it. But there's this little saying, and you know, keep your friends close and your enemies close. Yeah, correct, that one.
Close,
no,
right?
I'm not saying we're enemies or anything like that. But what I'm saying is that, for example, like Ms. Sabrina mentioned, if we're going to, if you have this fear, if you want to wait until things are really bad, when you get to your dentist, then guess what? One, you'll need a lot of your time, a lot of work.
Yeah.
Two, it'll be costly.
Yeah.
Three, there will be more of those experiences that you don't like, so you'll have to make more visits. Now, if you are someone that wants to be prudent, wants to be on top of your game, and wants to avoid all of this stress, then make regular visits to your dentist. It's recommended that you see your dentist at least once every 6 months. It's only twice a year.
Yeah.
Like Sabrina mentioned, make that a part of your routine. You come in, you see a dentist, you get your general cleaning, your general checkup. So if there's something going on, the dentist can see it and get to it right away before it turns into something major. For example, if we're doing a general checkup, general cleaning, things like that, and we find, hey, you have a little cavity, Mr. Isani. Maybe a small cavity. We can fill that up probably in 20 minutes, half an hour, right? Your problem is solved. For years, that tooth is okay. Depending on your hygiene, you may not need to see the dentist for that tooth ever again, right? Now, if you wait, you see this dark spot there on your teeth. You see that little hole firing. Oh, but I afraid to go to a dentist, all right? And then you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait, like Sabrina said.
All of a sudden, you have to get a root canal.
Correct. And then that turns into root canal, crown, and all that stuff turns into 3, 4, 5 visits perhaps, and the cost of a filling or a cleaning compared to the cost of that entire treatment is totally different.
Because you're bearing that pain. Because the worse it gets, the you know.
Correct. There's more deterioration, right? So there's more work for your dentist to do. All right. So going back to it, we definitely want to encourage those of you out there and everyone listening to visit your dentist regularly. It doesn't have to be Nova Dental Care. Visit your dentist regularly. Keep up with your routine cleanings and maintenance. Just like if you don't service your car, you know what will happen, right? So it's the same thing. You have to take care of your body. Your mouth is very important. It's the main portal to our bodies, and so let's take more priority in that regard, okay?
Yeah. Or think of it like taking a shower. We think, I mean, when you think of living in the tropics like Belize, we should be taking at least one shower a day. Please don't take anything less. But you spoke about the 3 ways that you can ensure oral hygiene. You spoke of the way that you brush your teeth. You spoke about flossing, and of course your regular visits to the dentist. Let's touch really quickly on brushing our teeth.
Okay, sure.
What is the proper way to brush your teeth? Because I've seen so many different versions. So let's get it from the expert.
Yeah, I'm very glad that you mentioned that, because one of the typical issues that we find almost on a daily basis is patients coming in with trauma, abrasions to the gum line, receding gum line, causing damage to the root of the teeth, all because of improper brushing. These patients can come and they have 0 cavities, 0 decay. But because of this improper technique that we all do, or we all have been showed or taught growing up, that we all see on TV, it ends up affecting us. Because, I mean, hey, if we're on top of our game, we're brushing our teeth 2, twice, or even 3 times a day. Now, if you're going in there consistently like that, and you're doing this, practicing this, improper technique, then it will cause damage. Inside the mouth, yes, we say brush our teeth, but we need to take care of our gums as well, right? That's a very important part of it. The gums are there to protect our teeth, and it's part of the support system of our teeth. So typically, I'll just show you here with this little model and a toothbrush. Typically, we do this. We up and down, back and forth, circular motion, all over the place, because we just want to get the toothpaste in there and all around, right? Now, actually what we should be doing is having our mouth slightly open. The bristles of your toothbrush, right? This active part of your toothbrush should be faced 45-degree angle towards your gum line. If let's say we're starting up top. You place your toothbrush 45-degree angle towards your gum line, and you're going to do a downward motion like that. Sweeping downward motion like that. Notice I'm not doing this, all right? This is scrubbing. As they go to a grill where I say scrub your teeth. That no works, right?
So you shouldn't be doing that.
You shouldn't be scrubbing your teeth, right? Brush. I'm sure when you want to brush your hair, you brush in one direction,
don't go up and down.
Or else you'll end up like me on the sauna, right? So you have to make sure you brush and not scrub. So again, going back to it, the upper teeth, you will be coming from the up, downward, right? Always remember your top teeth, you want to brush downward, right? The way you need the gums to stay and groom the gums that way, okay? So you'll be coming around like this, and of course changing position because your cheek will be there, right? It's just about changing the position of the head of your toothbrush. Then you place the toothbrush on the inside part as well, and you do the same exact movement. Coming down, if you notice, that way, right? It's just about positioning the toothbrush to where you need the bristles on the head of the toothbrush to reach, right? What you do up top, you'll do the exact same thing in the bottom, but we will go the opposite direction. Bottom teeth, you brush upward.
That seems like a process that will take much longer than what we're used to.
One of the main reasons it will take much longer is because you're not used to it.
Yeah.
All right? So like I always would tell my patients, take your time, no rush. Typically, we'd say 2 minutes to brush, all right? Now, if it takes you 3-4 minutes at first, then that's fine. A week or two and you'll realize that, hey, I got this under control without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
At first, you must go slow. You know, when the tree don't grow hard for bend, right? We have to change that, correct?
Yeah.
You know, I always remember years ago when I told my mother this technique, my mom said, but I feel like I know to brush my teeth, right?
Properly, at least.
Because you go slow, you know, they do that scrubbing and that rigorous, you know, in there. But that's not the case. Yes, you're taking off the food particles. Yes, you're getting rid of some plaque, but you're not getting in there as you should. Typical example, if you guys will look here, if we take this toothbrush and we go this way, I know the camera might not be able to see it from there, right? If we go this way, look at how much you're missing in between those teeth. While if you take the toothbrush and you place it properly, the bristles do what they're supposed to do, get in between the teeth. So we clean these interproximal areas, meaning the areas, the gum in between the teeth, the space in between the teeth. That's typically where decay starts, because in there, we don't get much, especially if you don't practice a lot of flossing, you're not going to be getting in there. So tiny food particles stay behind, and that's where they stay, and that same bacteria in the mouth start the process, and boom, decay begins. The patient comes, doc, I have pain on this side. You look at it, it looks pretty good. You take an x-ray, in between the teeth, you see a large cavity that has already impacted and affected the nerve. That means root canal treatment, right? That could have been avoided with just a simple and better brushing technique, right? Something as simple as that, right? Now the chewing surfaces, that's, yes, you can go ahead and do your regular circular motion back and forth. That's all enamel, it can handle it. But think about it this way, wherever you have gums, you want to respect the gums. The gums are soft tissues that if you keep on getting in there like that, you damage them, right? You notice your people like to say, oh, my teeth get longer. It's not that, because the root is being exposed. It looks longer, but it's not necessarily longer. The gum is receding. The gum is going. And once that starts to happen, then we're talking about a whole other set of problems there, right?
So, Dwayne, we're often told or we're taught is that you should brush your teeth after every meal. But more often than not, we're on the go. We don't have a toothbrush with us, toothpaste and what have you. What would you recommend in the interim? Because I was reading an article recently where it says, okay, well, just rinse your mouth out with water.
Sandy, that's exactly what I would tell my patients. We are, like you said, I mean, we have to keep it real. We're busy, we're moving. A lot of times, lunch, we don't have time to brush, we gotta go, you know. And yes, that what you said there is the simple answer to that question. the basic H2O, water,
Yeah.
right? You can easily, after wherever you're eating, I'm sure there's somewhere to wash your hands and so forth. You can easily do a thorough rinse with water, get out those food particles, because you see what happens. The decay and the cavities come when food particles are left behind.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily what you eat, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about sweets and different
So
things
you're
like
saying
that.
we can eat candy?
Don't quote me on that part. But what I'm basically saying is that whether you're eating sweets, whether you're eating healthy foods, whatever it is that you're eating or drinking, the objective is not to leave these things sitting in your mouth. Leave these things sitting on your teeth, it's in between the teeth and anywhere else. The water rinse that you read in the article is perfect for that, because you get in there and you get it out. Later on, when you get a chance to, then you do a proper brushing.
Yeah.
Another one of the things to mention there, since we're on that same topic, what I would always tell my patients, because you know, I would want to say 85 to 90% of people out here are coffee lovers, right? When do you drink your coffee? In the morning at work. You get going and you don't brush, you don't do anything like that. Coffee, as nice as it is for you guys, I don't drink, so I say you guys, right?
I don't drink coffee either, but yes.
Okay, the smell is good.
Yeah.
But the coffee is very acidic, right? And acids in your mouth, that's where the problem begins, right? When acids start to break down the enamel is usually a very hard surface. Once the acid penetrates that, then a hole begins, and then it's a domino effect from there. So with the coffee, you're at work, you can't brush and so forth. Go to the restroom, rinse with the water, like Isana said, and voila, that helps, right? That helps. That gets off all that coffee residue that would typically sit on your mouth, or your teeth, sorry, for the entire morning, right?
Yeah.
And eventually, and you're doing this on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So apart from staining your teeth, then the coffee is also, or the acids from the coffee is also damaging the enamel, right? So a simple thing, like Isana mentioned there, rinsing out with water after meals and after drinking coffee and any sweets or anything of that sort. Once, of course, you cannot get a proper time to brush your teeth, right?
Yeah. How indicative is gum health related to your oral hygiene? Can you tell if someone has bad oral hygiene just by the state of their gums?
Yes, definitely. As I mentioned in the beginning, the oral cavity is composed, a major part of the oral cavity is the gum, right? The gums. Typically, when you have bad hygiene, the first thing that tells that story are the gums, to be honest, right? You will have buildup, right? You will have plaque buildup. You will eventually have tartar buildup. Tartar buildup is basically the plaque being mineralized by our same saliva, because our saliva carries a lot of minerals in there. So if the soft plaque is left behind, it isn't removed properly, then those after a few days, weeks, etc., that starts to get hard. And so that's when you would see like that little dark brown, dark yellow building up there. And that's cumulative. Once that starts, you can brush with a steel brush and it won't come off, I'll be honest, because it's very hard. All right, we need to use an ultrasonic cleaner at the clinic where we remove that. All right, so that's usually where it starts, Serena, right? The gums, that tells a lot. The gums can tell us a lot about your oral health and your physical condition, actually.
I saw you giving us a demonstration on how to properly clean your teeth, but if you walk in a store and try to purchase your toothbrush, there's so many types of toothbrush there. There are the ads saying that the electrical toothbrush is the perfect one to give you that perfect clean. Of course, there's that soft toothbrush, the soft bristle toothbrush, the medium and the hard. What's a perfect toothbrush?
Yeah, I'm happy for this question as well, very happy. Typically, patients would ask, hey doc, what kind of toothpaste you recommend? I'll start there. Toothpaste, generally speaking, all the brands carry the same ingredients.
Fluoride?
Pretty much. Yeah, fluoride, one of the main ones, right? All of the brands carry practically the same ingredients. So basically what I'm saying, almost any toothpaste will get the job done.
So you're paying for a brand?
No, yeah, pretty much. Now, apart from your technique that you just learned, like what Sabrina mentioned, the toothbrush is very important. I typically would use this toothbrush, and I'm not going to mention the brand because I'm not bashing any brand or bigging up any brand, right? But I typically use this toothbrush to show my patients because this is what I tell them not to get because the bristles are extremely hard.
Really?
All right? In my opinion, in my practice, I encourage my patients to use a medium bristle toothbrush.
Okay.
Right? We want something stiff enough to clean and soft enough to get in between, right? You don't want something that's fully stiff or hard.
Or
a lot of
too soft.
patients are too soft, exactly. A lot of patients like the hard one because they say,
Yeah, they
scrub.
do the job.
Honestly,
Correct.
guilty.
Right?
I feel like it's getting it done.
Yeah, you may feel that way, but as the years go by, Sabrina, what you will start to discover are things that I just mentioned about, like the receding gum line and so forth, right? So, again, going back to it, in my opinion, we encourage our patients to get medium bristle toothbrush,
Okay.
right? It doesn't have to be any specific brand or anything like that. Most of these packs, like Sabrina said, would tell you if they're soft, if they're hard, if they're medium, all right? Make sure when you choose your toothbrush, first of all, medium, and also be very careful about the head of your toothbrush. You want something, an ergonomic handle that you can hold properly, of course, and also the head of your toothbrush, you don't want it to be oversized, right? I see some of these toothbrushes, some of these brands come with all kind of big fancy thing around the toothbrush head, and I'm like, how will you get that back there?
Yeah.
Right? It will
And the
be
back
easy
of the
to-
toothbrush sometimes comes with the tongue
the
cleaner.
tongue
as well.
cleaners, yeah.
We're
correct.
gonna get to that.
Those
but-
little fancy stuff are
Yeah.
nice too. But very importantly, when you're choosing a toothbrush, medium bristle toothbrush, and also make sure that you find a size that you feel that you'll be comfortable to get around all the corners of your mouth, okay? So those things are very important. As it relates to another thing that you mentioned there, Sabrina, the electric toothbrush. I don't want to go too much on record for this, but I am not a fan of the electric toothbrush, right? I've seen it do a lot of damage, right? Again, the technique. Imagine you have an improper technique, and you're trusting this brush that this brush is doing what the commercial tells you, right, about cleaning and so forth. And the head of this toothbrush is spinning and doing its own thing, and you're going another direction. Think about the trauma that that's causing to your soft tissues like your gums, right? So if we're going to use an electric toothbrush, we need to be extra certain of the technique that we're using, the proper technique, okay? Other than that, I would say discard completely and practice first with a manual toothbrush before you try to upgrade to an electric, right?
So let's get through this segment, the rest of the segment, really quickly with some true and false questions. Really quick. True or false, if you have lingering bad breath, you need to get checked out.
Definitely true.
More than
Alright.
true.
Next, if you're an adult and you don't eat sweets, you will never get a cavity.
False.
And lastly, you can gauge your overall health by looking at your dental health.
That is relatively true, I must say. Because like I mentioned, a lot of systemic conditions we see from your mouth. Yeah, a lot of things we can detect from the quality of your oral hygiene, your tissues and so forth.
Dwayne,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this segment has convinced our viewers to at least get a checkup. If they already...
Twice a year.
Yeah, I mean,
once every
start
6
with at least the
months.
first one. If they are not considering that. For persons who would like to reach out to you, how can they do so?
Well, they can check us out Innova Dental Care. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. We are located at the gate, literally the gate of University of Belize in the West Landiva area. Not the UB behind HJC, the one all the way to the back. All right, we're literally right at the gate to the left-hand side at Innova Dental Care. You can always feel free to search us up on, like I said, Facebook or Instagram as well. All right?
All right. Thank you so much, Dwayne, for stopping by and giving us this important information. I'm hoping that our viewers were able to gather something from it to be of use to them.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes. All right, we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking to the artist. That's what he goes by. We'll be joined by Keon Griffith after the break.
We all know about the phasing out of single-use plastics and the enactment of pollution from the plastics regulations. One of the key components in this regulation states that for an item to be considered biodegradable, it must consist of more than 50% of bio-based content. Here, you will find out how the Department of the Environment determines what items meet the criteria and what equipment is being used to guide that process.
Since 2019,
The Department of the Environment has been working with CIFAS in doing microplastics. Through this project, CIFAS has donated 2 microscope Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy equipment to strengthen capacities on monitoring and enforcement to reduce marine litter and plastic pollution. The FTIR can be used to identify unknown materials. The Department of the Environment will use the equipment to determine the composition of single-use plastics and biodegradable products to enforce the environmental protection, pollution from plastics regulations.
While we have a long way to go with the implementation of the pollution from plastics regulation, having this equipment is one step closer. For more information on what's being done about biodegradables and ways you can help, visit our website at www.doe.gov.bz.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
Hi, my name is Leah Mangar, and I am currently the Administrative Assistant at Yasche Conservation Trust here in beautiful Punta Gorda. I received the Social Security Board Scholarship in the year of 2021. After I was told that I was a successful recipient of this scholarship, I was very grateful. This scholarship has assisted me in various ways. Firstly, it relieved me of financial constraints. So that was the main obstacle that was keeping me back. But receiving this scholarship allowed me to gain the skills and the knowledge that I needed to attain the job that I currently have. I would just encourage you all to apply to the scholarship, and the process is very, very easy. You will find a link and it will direct you to everything that you need in order to submit your application. And once you submit it, pray and just hope for the best, because you just will never know if you can get it.
Hi, my name is Lincoln Fowers and I work at UMAL. 100% I will recommend Belize Bank mobile banking to everyone because it saves time, money, and gas price, because gas price is high right now. Belize Bank mobile banking just make life easier.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
Smart, bringing people together.
Discover a shopping experience like no other at the V Department Store. They carry a vast array of products at unbeatable prices. Elevate your shopping journey with affordability, diversity, and accessibility at the V. Conveniently located at 1745 Coney Drive in Belize City.
1,067,700 slices of bacon are eaten by tourists each year, stimulating our local economy. Tourism means business.
I'm David Humes, this is Vanessa Humes. We own Littlefield Cool Spot. Belize Bank save us a lot of time. Working with them, we can keep track exactly what we spend. We recommend Belize Bank 100% because we don't have to go to stand up in line, and we can check on our account right from our house. Working with Belize Bank is the best.
In May, make Benny's your one-stop shop for appliances. We have Sankey refrigerators, stoves, microwaves, washers and dryers, freezers, smart TVs, and so much more for up to 19% off. Get amazing deals for mom and appliances all May long, and don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase to be a part of our Homecation raffle to win $10,000 in December. Benny's, quality and savings.
Our second conversation this morning, and as we mentioned, we are joined by Kian Griffith, and he is a local visual artist. He also goes by his artist name called The Artist. Kian, thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to show us some of your work, and of course talking about the latest that's taking place your side.
Of course. I mean, morning again. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
You have certainly seemed busy as it relates to what we've been seeing online. I know just a couple weeks ago we did a feature on you, sharing a bit of your story leading up to where you are now. So I first off want to say congratulations for you opening or launching your official studio. I have to ask you, how's it been going?
It's everything I've predicted. I mean, it's amazing to see first a vision come to reality, you know, exactly the way I pictured it. I mean, it's overwhelming. It's a blessing.
Talk to us about what exactly persons have access to when they go to your studio.
Okay, so first thing we walk in, there's access to a glass of wine. It depends on how long you're going to be there. If you're in the mood for it.
Sets the mood immediately.
Exactly. It just relaxes you.
Wine goes with painting?
Huh?
Wine goes with painting?
Yes, it does. Wine goes with everything.
It just makes you stop a little bit because you have a class to finish.
Yeah.
So at least while I'm drinking wine, you got to take in the painting and just talk about it.
Yeah.
And then we offer the paint parties, date sessions up to 10 people. And then we offer prints. I'm very proud of these things.
That's beautiful. I remember seeing that when we did the feature.
I'm very proud of these things. So I have a promotion on prints right now that if you buy a print, you got a chance to win a paint party, private paint party up to 4 people.
Okay.
The prints is only $6, so it's a very steal deal. Obviously paintings. For now, that's about it. But I want to do more events in there, not only the paint parties. It's just a nice, clean space that you go on and appreciate art.
Yeah, it's a beautiful space.
Let's go back a bit, Kian. When did you realize that you had such an amazing talent for visual art?
Well, I'm not sure if we can say talent at first, but I guess interest and passion. You know, it's just something that when I do it, it just relaxes me because it started out in primary school, and I was never the academic type. I had a hard time in primary school, so like drawing was the escape.
Yeah.
So over time, we just developed to the point where it becomes a talent, where people look at it and say, "Oh, it's a God-given gift." But it's actually just years of dedication into it and just consistency, you know.
At what point did you realize that, okay, you can monetize this gift and earn a living from it?
That's high school. You know, that's high school. I think Sabrina, we covered that. It started from a visual arts teacher. Where that story go back. But I was drawing first. And when I noticed, all right, painting is where the money is, I made that transition. And from then I never looked back. I know sometimes I look at my pencil and it look lonely and kind of.
But you know, you raised something really interesting, Kian, because you said that painting is where the money is, but you have to, it doesn't just happen automatically. You have to, one, refine your craft so good that persons are willing to pay a pretty penny on what you're selling, because these are assets, right? They appreciate. But talk to us about what that industry is like, tapping into the industry of selling art. Is it something that you see a lot of people taking part in?
Of course. It's a lot of people that produce works and try to sell it, right? Different value due to different position in their career. But for me, it started, I was asking people to paint them. You know, so I was begging you, can I do this painting of you? Or in class, I was asking my classmates to do their homework. I just needed the practice. I needed those hours. You know, then someone realized that it was good enough that they wanted to pay, and from then I say, all right, no more free. Let me just charge.
Yesterday's price is not today's price now.
No, but it started out very small. So it started off from $100, then eventually $150, $200 to where it's at the $1,000 range now. Right? I mean, I said that very humbly.
Yeah. Isani, I know that you're someone that actually enjoys purchasing art and collecting art. And I don't want to put you on the spot asking questions, but talk to me about the relationship between a purchaser, an art purchaser, and seeing a piece. What captures your attention in making that decision?
That's a good question you're asking me, Sam. So as a child, my dad is into collecting sculptures and paintings and what have you, right? So as a child growing up, I could recall two famous Garifuna painters who were introduced to us very early, Benjamin Nicholas and Pen Cayetano, right? And so my dad has these paintings in our house, and I always looked at it and marveled. And I said, you know what? If you're calling here about Picasso and this one and that one, that's a foreigner, what about these guys who are Belizeans, who are talented? And so when I look at art, first and foremost for me, I look for Belizean artists, Belizean painters. We're supposed to give the same, George Gab, the same energy and the same admiration that we give Jackson Pollock or somebody else out there that's in art. Right? So when I buy, I don't necessarily look at price point. I look at what speaks to me. I think that's the first thing, right? Yes, there has to be a budget because you can't blow everything, but the piece has to be able to speak to you in sort of like a spiritual kind of way.
And I asked you that because I think that is something so unique about Kian's work, because I think that each piece sort of tells that Belizean story. For instance, if you're willing to show this here to our viewers, you can recognize the company of this bus immediately. You know it. And I loved when we did the interview with you, Kian, that you kind of described what was the message. We're looking at a deteriorated old bus, James bus, and of course there's a newer one behind taking its place. And there are so many ways that you can interpret that, of course, but you have so many other versions of that, from the photo of Albert Street, busy Belize City, Albert Street, to other things that are very unique to Belize. Is this something important to you?
Of course, this is all I know. So might as well tell the story. You know.
What inspires you? Like when you go somewhere and you see a scene or when you conjure in your mind, you're thinking, okay, let me do a portrait today. Where does that spark come from?
Basically, I don't know. It's just being out and experiences and seeing different things. So one of like the simple things. It's a simple thing like this James Bust painting. Like if you saw a picture of it, like you wouldn't look at it that wow, that's beautiful until you turn it into a painting. Then you kind of look at it at a different point of view, right? So the simple things is like going along the street and you see the homeless people smiling.
Yeah.
I wish I could just like capture those. Yeah. So it's a simple stuff that just says believes. It just says local. It just says. As I look at that, I know what it is. I know where it is. You know.
One of your other popular pieces, and I'm not sure if you still have it on sale, was that picture of a person trying to feed a tarpon.
Yeah.
How was what was the reaction from person seeing that photo?
Well, see, all my paintings get different reaction from. So like that tarpon painting, the people from Kikaka love that. You know, this James Bust painting, people from PG love this.
Or persons who know what that experience is like.
That too. Someone who went there already and said, yeah, I did that. I love that. I did that. I have pictures in my phone, videos in my phone of the same.
If you've been to Tarpon Cove, you could relate to the image.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And now that it's upgraded, you're showing what it used to look like. So you're kind of like a time capsule too, Kian.
and that's art.
Yeah.
That's art because it snaps that moment in time.
Yeah.
And we know there's art from 1500s. There's art that's way older than everything here.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the beauty, and that's how it appreciates.
Yeah.
The longer you have it, of course, keeping it pristine, mint condition, and just taking care of it, it appreciates.
I have to commend you for the way that you have furthered your business. Something that is, for me at least, I consider quite unique. Knowing the age, you're relatively young, and to see how far you've taken your business in just a short space of time because of how young you are. What's the end goal? Because you already have the studio, or the gallery, we can call it. You're already a name in Belize. People know the name, the artist Griffith, or Griffith the artist. So what's the end goal?
I just want, well, what I'm doing is strictly for a legacy. If the money come along with it, then perfect. Obviously, we need to live. But I'm doing this constantly, day in, day out, stressing and killing myself just to build that legacy, to build that respect. So when you hear a Pen Kaitano, that just come with that respect. You know, that's a heavy weight. That's a heavy name. I don't want that. My end goal is to take like a save view, sorry, not save it, like a bottom dollar type space and just fill that with all things Belize art, music department, all the different artists have a slight space to showcase their work, bringing the paint parties together in a space like that, just every craft, the craft market, like just opening a space where all things Belize art is
artisans.
Yeah.
Everything, right? So when you walk in that place, art from Corozal to the deep depths of Toledo is there. You know, so that's just the end goal, though. That's just like my hat is so high, and even though that's possible, but
no, I think
if the goal don't scare you, then it's not worth it.
It starts with a dream, bro, and then you work towards it.
And we spoke about that fair yesterday, Isani, in our eye opener about there usually needs to be some type of fair to know that you're really pushing for something. But I love where you're headed, because you're not only building something for yourself, but for other persons as well that are also interested in this type of work. Talk to us about the journey to build the studio. That was something that you spoke of in our feature, and I think it's worth sharing again because it was really inspiring.
It's like I get cold see thinking about it, because it's, I mean, like my friends thought I was crazy, because obviously art is slow. I'm a full-time artist. To do something like that, it's not usually, it's not a common thing. Usually they have someone, maybe someone has some kind of like family member or someone that kind of like pushes them financially.
Sponsors them.
You know, yes. With me, I had to dial down back my lifestyle dramatically and just investing whatever dollar I have. It's a big risk because while building that, I also need to live. I also need to run my business, and you know, so I need to like the things I was eating, the events and stuff I was missing out on, birthdays, family gathering. My family don't see me, my friends don't see me as much, and as much as I would want to change that, it is what it is.
I think it speaks to the level of ambition and drive that you have.
Dedication.
And the dedication, yes. But I think what also stood out to me was that you mentioned at one point you were even working on the studio yourself.
Of course.
Trying to cut costs any way that you possibly can.
Of course. So I do my own tiling. I did I did the interior design.
Yeah.
All those shelves, painting the building. You know, so the contractor, he gave me a shell. He gave me a shell, and I was like, I take it from here. So I'll from like fixing a little compound in the drywall. I did that. You know, YouTube is a blessing, but it's when mine is put to purpose. When you want something enough, trust me, you're gonna get it.
Absolutely.
Maybe something, Keon. Who's your biggest motivation in terms of an artist, a Belizean artist who would have already established him or herself?
My biggest motivation is on two fronts. So, Cardin Carr, on the technical side, she's great, and Alex Sanka on that business side. You know, he's a salesman at heart. Yeah, so those are the two inspirations. You know, and I work at Sanka, so it's good to see where it can go.
Yeah.
What I can respect and admire about Alex Sanka, and I've told him this too many times, he's not afraid of controversy, given the political nature of his paintings. I say political, not partisan, but it's politics when you look at how he conceptualizes and how he expresses himself through art.
Yeah, so I mean, if you ask 10 different people something about Sanka, you get 10 different answers.
That's true.
And regardless, and regardless of what fella he ruffles, and that's his business. My thing is inspiring because he go out and he make that sale.
Yeah.
You know, so regardless, I mean, that's his person. How he, and it's marketing.
Yeah.
Some people love it, some people don't, and some people buy just because he stands for something. And regardless how you look at it, but I look at it that he goes after the sale. You know, whatever he has to do to sell this painting, to bring home this bread.
Yeah. I think there's a saying that goes that there's no bad publicity. As long as your name is out there, especially for entrepreneurs like yourself, where you're selling your gift, the goal is just to have persons know who you are and know what you're capable of. Keon, as we wrap up this segment, remind our viewers how they can stop by and take advantage of the deal or the current promotion to stop in and sip and paint.
Well, it's 2024, so although I worked so hard for that studio, everybody do business online. But yeah, you can reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, at artistgriffith.com. Sorry, Artist Griffith on Instagram, and Keon Griffith on Facebook. Also, you can stop in. It's at 137 Albert Street, just right before you cross over to the Burzell. It's right there on the right-hand side. It's always open. It's a welcoming vibe. If you call ahead and say you want to check out some paintings, just let me know. I'll speak you. There's a glass of wine waiting. Well, I'll ask on the phone, are you interested in a glass of wine? And if not, then fine. If you are,
it's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want people to come into the studio, but I understand that, you know, art is for the art lovers, you know, mostly, and people kind of intimidated by the space because they feel it's so elegant. They feel like I can't afford it, so I don't want to go in.
But there's something for everyone, because if you can't buy the painting, you can purchase the photo. Yeah.
There's prints. It's all $60.
Yeah.
It's when you frame it.
It's beautiful.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So Yeah, the paint parties. So you can book and book a private paint party. I do from 2 persons up to 10 persons. So there's a date session where there's a bouquet and candle and a romantic setting. Or then you just got the regular paint parties where it's just a typical paint party setting, food and drinks included. Or you can bring your own food and drinks if you want, depends. So all of that is due to the, well, we're gonna discuss that in the consultation.
Absolutely.
So come in or call. Yeah.
Final question. So far in your gallery, or what you have in your gallery so far, what's your favorite piece?
This one behind us that I recently finished. So that is like a play on the coat of arms. That painting is called Sub
Can our camera capture that? It's currently right there facing.
It's
that
called,
one right there?
Yes, it's called Sub Florero. So under shade we flourish. So it's like a.
But it looks like Columbus is coming. With the 3 ships, right? The Santa Maria and the whatever other ones, right?
Yes. So that's your favorite piece.
Yep.
For that reminds me
of.
That reminds me of that scene from Apocalypto.
Okay. I got
when
you.
they're on the seafront.
I got you. But this is more like we're dropping off oil logwood.
Yeah.
Cutters, after our hard day's work, we're going to pick you up back tomorrow type of.
Yeah. Again,
Nice.
authentically Belizean.
It is.
Kian, thank you so much for stopping by, of course, sharing with us just some of the hard work that led to what we are now celebrating, which is your studio. Of course, it's also open to anyone that's interested, and you even have a promotion taking place. If you purchase a print, you're able to possibly win an opportunity to take part in the Sip and Paint. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you guys for having me. I mean, like I said, it's always a pleasure.
Yes. All right, we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, the conversation is all about hurricanes versus defenders. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
Discover a shopping experience like no other at the V Department Store. They carry a vast array of products at unbeatable prices. Elevate your shopping journey with affordability, diversity, and accessibility at the V. Conveniently located at 1745 Coney Drive in Belize City.
1,067,700 slices of bacon are eaten by tourists each year, stimulating our local economy. Tourism means business.
I'm David Humes, this is Vanessa Humes. We own Little Cool Spot. Belize Bank save us a lot of time. Working with them, we can keep track exactly what we spend. We recommend Belize Bank 100% because we don't have to go to stand up in line, and we can check on our account right from our house. Working with Belize Bank is the best.
In May, make Benny's your one-stop shop for appliances. We have Sankey refrigerators, stoves, microwaves, washers and dryers, freezers, smart TVs, and so much more for up to 19% off. Get amazing deals for mom and appliances all May long, and don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase to be a part of our Homecation raffle to win $10,000 in December. Benny's, quality and savings.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
Hey Mike, do you have Atlantic Insurance phone number?
What? You don't need that, they have an app? No.
Sure.
With the Atlantic Insurance mobile app, you can request a quote, access your policy information, receive timely notifications of when a policy is about to expire, file a claim and upload pictures, and even view all our office locations, obtain direction, opening hours, and place a call to any of our offices.
That game changer. Correct.
Download the free AIC mobile app today and get instant access to everything you need. Available in the Apple Store and Google Play. For customer support, please call 613-8518 or email mobile support at aicbelize.com. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Welcome back. We are having our final conversation this morning, and as we mentioned, it's all about Hurricanes versus Defenders, their final game leading up to the playoffs. And final home game leading to the playoffs.
That's right.
And of course, this is going to be a huge game. You definitely don't want to miss it. But of course, we have here with us Terry Gordon, and he is the public relations manager for the Benny's Belize Hurricanes, to tell us just a bit of what we can expect for that game tomorrow.
We're sparing no expenses, and that's the reason why we brought the legend out of retirement, Alex Carr. All right, and some people are saying, another retirement, another coming out back, so what? Michael Jordan had more than one, right?
Several.
Exactly. And nobody complained.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're winding down the season, Terry, and give us an idea of what the team is feeling. Do we feel proud of what we've been putting out so far? Do we feel like there's still more we got to give just to make sure that we end up?
And that is the reason why Alex is back in the lineup. Alex was supposed to be alongside me last night, but he let it all out last night in the workout session. All right? Because he wants to make sure that come tomorrow night, that it's his A game. Because, you don't want nobody to say, I'm on rusty. Barnacles, they drop off. We don't want people to say that, and that's the reason why I'm flying solo today.
Yes.
What's
the
hype
around tomorrow's game? I know there's this long-standing.
All right. I like that question. Courtside, don't sell out.
What?
All right.
So when the tickets come past sale?
Because you could get your tickets, you have
in advance. You could pre-book your tickets.
Of course, pre-book. So we have the.
Where was I when this was happening?
All right, go check this out, right? So you have what we call the Quick Pass, right? The app you need for download the Quick Pass app, right? And I'm gonna share that with you right now, folks. The Quick
we know
Pass
already
app,
that you need to download the Quick Pass app.
Yeah,
to be able
so
to
you could stand in
early.
line.
Okay.
You could order your tickets in advance, right? The Quick Pass app, that is spelled
WIQPASS, right? And it's available at Play Store and the App Store.
Okay.
So you download it, and then you could get access to Hurricanes basketball tickets, right? It's on for this particular game, courtside gun. VIPs rows 2 to 4 are $30. I don't know how much of that left because that they got two.
Well, now you know, start downloading that app.
Mm-hmm.
Because a big game is taking place tomorrow.
Yes.
Talk to us about what the preparation is looking like from Hurricane side.
Yeah, well, it's intense workout, all thing, and I can't overemphasize that enough, and that's why I fly solo today, right? The workout has been intense and concentrated, and the reason why we brought back somebody like Alex in the camp is for many reasons. All right, a veteran presence is always good. You know that, Sonny, right? Because it brings calm to the team and respect.
Yeah.
So sometimes when a coach can't get through to a player, a veteran player does that best. All right, and that's what we do. We are ensuring that we're not left no stones unturned because we must repeat. All right, we're a 3-time and defending champion, and that is our aim and goal. All right. And so that's what's going on in these intense.
I understand that in terms of the numbers of games that you guys have won, you're neck and neck with the defenders, correct?
Not at all. We're the only team that has lost one game.
Okay.
They lose a couple. They lose to they lose to Griga.
What about the point system though? Because the last time we had a discussion.
Exactamente. Right? That is what is of concern. As you know, they're going by FIBA regulations, and the way it is set up is it's all based on how much games you're in.
And the point system.
Yeah.
So essentially, does it matter how many you lost?
If you lose a game, you'll get 1 point. If you win a game, you'll get 2 points, right?
Okay.
And the way it is set up, we are definitely number 1. Right now, number 2 is San Pedro Tiger Sharks. Defenders is 3rd. Griga is 4th. And then you have Trojans, and then followed by Western Ballers, right?
So heading into the playoffs, it's safe to say at this point that perhaps Rico Black and his team would be the most formidable opponent at this point. If
we will find out. We will find out tomorrow night.
All right.
Fair enough. Because these guys, they're not take it lying down neither.
Yeah.
They're bringing out a couple of players. One goes by the name of Estes, and another one, Fenton Bradley Jr. All right, these are Blazing Americans, right? I'll try to remember Estes' first name. And of course, they got Nigel Jones, the slam dunk champion. They got they have the 3-point champion, Devon Campbell. This is from the last All-Star Classic. All right, this happened a couple of weeks ago. They bring these guys. They bring Devin Daly. You know, Richard Smith returns to the lineup. Richard Smith is a dude who played for the Trojan, for the Belmopan team a year or 2 ago.
Yeah.
He's a very good player, and he's returning back to the lineup. So these are just some of their players that they have that we will see. These are like new faces then, right? That they have added. So they themselves are going all out to get on top.
But you guys also have your star players too.
Everybody wants that coveted number 1 seed. Of course, we got the 3-point boss, Amar Ross. All right. We've got the dude all the way from Mali, the African, Borama Sididi. We've got our captain, Victor Vito Evans, Jamel Harris, Glency Cooper, Lopez Tyree Orozco, Ian Rene, you know, Jamel Harris, just to name a few.
Yeah.
So these are some of the players, Potty Flowers. Man, the list goes on.
You had a recent game with the Belmopan Trojans. Let's talk about what that win was like. I heard you guys really tore it up out there.
Yeah, it was a blowout. I didn't even want to mention the score, 130 something. All right, it was
easy
a massive
work, right?
Yeah, easy picking. So we don't really want to go down there. One of the questions actually has to do with that you guys have put on your Facebook page.
Yes.
Who top scored for that game for us, and what's the nickname of the dude? Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what was his points? Let us know.
How much points? Yes. And then the other question was.
The veteran player that will be added to the lineup, but we're gonna get there. Don't worry, we don't want to give too much away. But I mean, we know that there's a lot to expect. Tomorrow's game has a lot
at stake. It's a battle for city supremacy.
Exactly.
All right.
We do know that these games also bring out the crowd too.
So we know defenders have their share of people. Then they have the Hurricane.
Yes.
You got the Hurricane lovers and the Hurricane haters. You know how that go, right?
But you have the ones in between.
Yeah.
The neutral.
Yeah.
The neutral
and we
ones.
like that. We like that. The bottom line is people are going to come out to watch a nice game.
Yeah.
A hot game, a hotly contested game, running, gunning, slamming, jamming basketball.
Yeah.
That is what you're going to see at your best when these two teams square off tomorrow night at the Civic.
Yes.
All right.
But I mean, I think what I also have enjoyed about the season is that it's not just basketball, Terry. It's about the fun in between too.
Like
There's
Vida,
a lot to take. There's a
Vida
lot taking place.
will be entertaining at the
That's
half.
Yes. Talk to us about the entertainment
That's right.
side.
The hater meter man, Bogody man, will be performing for at the half, folks. So that is all locked in. So that is how we do it. We got the kiss cam. We got the half court shot from Cellular World. That's 75-inch TV still at stake. All right. So we want somebody to win it. Cellular World also gives away prizes at the end of the first and the third quarter. They give away electronic stuff, smart watches, and so on. So those are for 3-point shots. The half court shot is for the big screen TV at the half, right? So that is what we do in our games. We have the Hamanasi, thing going on where you show up with your 5 or with your 4, and that's your starting 5, your first 5, or whatever you want to call it from the firm that you work with, your family or friends at the Triple F competition, and that's still going on, where somebody will get an opportunity to take their family to the Hamanasi when we pick out their name. All right, it's a $5,000 prize, folks, for 2 nights with breakfast and complimentary welcome drinks. All right, kids, please, man, we want to see more kids participation, and that is the reason why we have implemented this competition from last year when I took over as PR manager. Right, where we want to get the kids involved too, the primary and high schoolers. Come out, bring your posters and banners to the game and get a chance to win a prize. All right. The last game, we're going to look at all the top, and then from there we're going to select first, second, and third. $500, $300, $200. That's $1,000 at stake. That is already accounted for in the kitty by an anonymous sponsor. So we want folks, the kids, please, adults, if you're listening, encourage your kids. All right, to do this. All right.
What has the journey this season been like as defending champions? Has it been, in your opinion, perhaps easier than the last season, or more difficult, or perhaps equally as challenging?
It's equally as challenging, and that shows from the fact that we lost a game. All right, even though people are saying that we are unbeatable, Tiger Sharks, cool us off. All right, and they're always
leave it a humble pie.
Yeah, they're always the team when it comes to that, because it's a well-coached team, it's a well-disciplined team under Rico Black, and Rico always knows what to do when his back is against the wall.
Yeah.
All right. So he knows what to do. He knows who to go for, and that's the reason why that loss came about. We can't take anybody lightly, and that is the reason why defenders have shored up themselves too with the players that I mentioned to you.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody want that coveted first seed. All right. It's just a game or so away within these top 3 teams' grasp. So everybody wants that, and we are doing our darndest to ensure that we stay on top with that #1 seed heading into the playoffs. That's the game plan, and we're executing it right now to perfection.
Let's broaden the conversation just a little bit without getting too controversial.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the fact that at the beginning of the season you would have started off with several teams, a finite number of teams, but along the way teams were withdrawing and dropping out? How do you find that affecting the overall season and perhaps the draw to the EBL?
That is something that will at the end of the day, what you see, there's a cream always rise to the top, and then you always know who is serious and who is not. And that is what it has boiled down to, Sani. All right. So now you know exactly who's serious about their investment, and that is what we're seeing with the 6 teams so far. And I'm sure the league is open up for other teams who might be interested, but that you can't just come in and say, I want to put in my team. You got to put up a lot of things to show that you are indeed viable at the end of the day. All right.
Terry, of course, while we're here talking about what we can expect, you mentioned that the courtside tickets are already sold out.
Yes.
We do have a treat for our viewers. We have 2 general tickets to give away, and I hope that they were listening carefully, because those answers were actually mentioned in our conversation. So for persons who would like to win 2 general tickets, we would like to ask you to answer these questions. Now, which veteran player is returning to the lineup for the game tomorrow night for Benny's Belize Hurricanes? Let us know in the comments section. So that's the first question, and that's for 1 general ticket. The second question for another general ticket is, which player top scored in our last game against Belmopan Trojans in Belmopan, and what is his nickname?
There you go. Yeah, folks, tomorrow tickets go on sale from 10 in the morning at the Civic booth downstairs after Civic. We're going to have newly designed T-shirts. Vianney, I sent it to you. I don't know if you had time to actually download it, Vianney, because we want to show these newly designed T-shirts that are on sale for only $20. It's going to be right there downstairs tomorrow. It's going to be right there along with tickets as well, which will be on sale. Starting tomorrow at the Civic from 10 in the morning right through to game time. Newly designed T-shirts, folks.
What time is game time tomorrow?
The game time is 9 o'clock. Gates open at 7, and you know we're going to have entertainment going on for you guys.
Absolutely.
All right? Including Vida, all right, one of the hottest artists right now from out of the culture capital, Grigadan, who's going to be performing for us at the half of the Hita Man. Yeah, man.
Terry, it's always a pleasure having you here, stop by and talking to us about what's taking place over with the Benny's Hurricanes team. We know it's going to be a big one tomorrow. We're definitely going to be there in the crowd watching and cheering on Belize, of course.
To that.
First and foremost. Yes, man, we have to do what?
All right.
And we'll be showcasing also those tickets when we come back after our final break.
My name is Leomar Langzert and I'm a teacher and I bank with Belize Bank Independence Branch. What I enjoy is the safety features that the app offers. I have a sense of not having to worry or be concerned about somebody finding my password and username to sign in the application because of the use of the one-time password. And another feature that I love, that I use the most, is how the app synchronizes with my fingerprint on my device. I enjoy the rapid and easy, seamless process to apply for loans through the Belize Bank, and I don't have to be having too much back and forth to visit or take time to visit the bank. They also start to offer the online applications through the app for loan applications, which I believe is very neat. I would definitely recommend Belize Bank to other teachers because one of all the features and advantages that the app offer. With these online that Belize Bank offered is basically everything that you can do in the palm of your hand. So I would definitely recommend the bank to other teachers.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México ahora puedan ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal.
Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno.
Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
We all know about the phasing out of single-use plastics and the enactment of pollution from the plastics regulations. One of the key components in this regulation states that for an item to be considered biodegradable, it must consist of more than 50% of bio-based content. Here, you will find out how the Department of the Environment determines what items meet the criteria and what equipment is being used to guide that process.
Since 2019, the Department of the Environment has been working with CIFAS in doing microplastics. Through this project, CIFAS has donated 2 microscope Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy equipment to strengthen capacities on monitoring and enforcement to reduce marine litter and plastic pollution. The FTIR can be used to identify unknown materials. The Department of the Environment will use the equipment to determine the composition of single-use plastics and biodegradable products to enforce the environmental protection, pollution from plastics regulations.
While we have a long way to go with the implementation of the pollution from plastics regulation, having this equipment is one step closer. For more information on what's being done about biodegradables and ways you can help, visit our website at www.doe.gov.bz.
For 19 years, SMART has been the pulse of our nation. A journey of growth, innovation, resilience, and unity.
From the first call that bridged distances to the data that brought us closer than ever, SMART has been there, weaving threads of connection across our beautiful land.
We have been active in providing innovative solutions to enhance our customers' lifestyles. Over the years, SMART has developed and provided various services to meet customers' needs.
To the dreamers, doers, and the believers, thank you for making SMART a part of your story. For 19 years of trust, loyalty, partnership, and shared experiences.
As we celebrate 19 years of connecting lives and dreams, let's keep the rhythm alive. Together, let's continue to shape our future one connection at a time.
Come and be a part of the SMART family, where we empower you and our country today, tomorrow, and beyond.
SMART, bringing people together.
Welcome back, and thank you for sticking with us. We had 3 great conversations, Isani, and we have to say a special thank you to all of our guests who stopped by this morning, and of course you guys, our viewers, for sticking with us. I also have to say a big thank you to the Fort George Hotel and Spa for hosting us today. As we mentioned, you will be experiencing a type of a tour with us as we go across the Belize district and have our morning show in different locations, giving you the views, really. And we are calling it our OYE Escape. Yes. But we do have 1 ticket to give away, excuse me, because we only got 1 answer in the comment section, but that question was one winner so far. And the question was, which veteran player is returning to the lineup for the game tomorrow night for the Benny's Belize Hurricanes? That answer is Alex Carcamo, the veteran himself. He's going to be back, and the person who answered that correctly was Marsha Gill.
So we want to say congratulations to you, Marsha.
Of course.
For winning that first ticket.
Yes. And
second ticket is still up for grabs, right?
The second ticket is indeed still up for grabs.
And
that question was, which player top scored in our last game against Belmopan Trojans in Belmopan? And what is his nickname? Now, his name was mentioned, so maybe that's the hint for you guys to go back and find out who that was. But it is May 2nd, Isani,
Yes,
and we are, of course, starting a new month. And if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. And if you'd like to give a birthday shout out, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send us an email at oye@channel5belize.com. You can also catch us on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ, as well as Instagram at OYEBelize. Thank you so much for joining us, and please do us a favor and join us again tomorrow as you open your eyes.
To start your morning right.
Until then, keep your eyes, your minds,
And your hearts open.
have a wonderful Thursday.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.